Howdy neighbors, I'm Danny Fandoms. Welcome back to my channel where we talk all our favorite things about all our favorite fandoms. And today I have for you my collection haul for January. In January, I took my first trip to Universal Orlando as well as another trip to Walt Disney World, so a lot of the haul is going to come from that. But without any further ado, let's get into it. We're going to start off with a gift I received from Disney Movie Insiders, and if you don't know what that is an awesome program where you can earn points from watching Disney movies in theaters, getting physical media, or even just subscribing to Disney Plus, and you can redeem those points for some awesome prizes. Disney Movie Insiders reached out to me on Instagram. You can find the link to my Instagram down below, and they said they want to send me a special gift, and I had no idea what to expect. But the first thing in that gift was this pin of Mickey Mouse. Here's that pin of Mickey Mouse. It is actually one of the prizes you can redeem points for on Disney Movie Insiders, and if you know me, I'm a huge fan of Disney pins, so I was so excited to see this in that special gift. And the second thing in that gift was this Funko Pop of Thanos in his Christmas sweater. Look at that big grin and his Infinity Gauntlet. As you know, I'm also a big fan of Funko Pops, and this is going to be a really fun addition to the collection. I'm going to take it out right now to give you all a closer look. Since we're already on the topic of Funko Pops, I did want to show you this other Funko that I picked up in January. It is Ned B from the Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi series. I thought this was such a cool looking droid in that series, and I just love droids in general, so this was an easy decision to pick up for me. Here's a closer look at that Thanos Funko Pop. Again, love the Infinity Gauntlet, that Christmas sweater, and that shiny gold paint on his armor. Here's a closer look at that Ned B Funko Pop. Always love when they add those scratch and dent marks. Adds another level of detail to the figure. And I just love the overall mechanical design of this droid. Next up are some prizes I won from the local brick shop over on Twitch. I will put his link down below. But the first thing I got were some Star Wars Lego minifigures. We have Finn, we have an alien from the planet of Jakku, a First Order Stormtrooper, and R2-D2. I got these from a White Elephant gift exchange he ran with his viewers and followers, and it was such a fun time, and I'm so happy to have these figures in the collection. Here's a closer look at those Lego figures, starting off with that First Order Stormtrooper. I have some other First Order Troopers, but this is my first and so far only one of an original Stormtrooper from that era, so it's going to be fun to watch that army grow. Here's one of those Unkar Plutt thugs. I already have one of them, but I love having more aliens from the Star Wars universe. It's good to have in case I ever want to do some mocks, so I can fill out the scene with some more aliens in the background. Here's the R2-D2 figure. Always happy to add another droid, especially one as iconic as R2-D2, and I didn't realize how much of a different design this one has to other R2-D2 figures that I have. I have a post on my Instagram where I have them all lined up so you can see the difference in designs on this figure throughout the years. And lastly, we have Finn from The Force Awakens wearing Poe Dameron's jacket, and so happy he came with a lightsaber. Another prize I won from the local brick shop is this Star Wars Holiday Special Millennium Falcon Lego diorama. It has Finn, Rey, BB-8, and Chewbacca, all from that Lego Holiday Special that came out on Disney Plus. This actually only came out for the holiday season of 2023, and then they retired it, and I thought I was going to miss out on it, but I'm so happy to have won this from local, and I'm really excited to build this in the future. Here are the Lego figures I have gotten from the latest Lego CMF series, starting with the Sprinter, who comes with that first place podium, the blade legs, the printed torso with his number, and a gold medal. Here's the eSports Girl, which comes with that printed torso, headphones, printed pieces for the mouse and the keyboard, along with that pink hair and trophy piece. And here is one of my favorite figures from this series. It is the Train Kid with some nice printing on the torso and face. It has a printed piece with the number 25 for Lego CMF Series 25. The train itself is worn like a skirt on the minifigure, and just overall I think this figure looks really cool. I was able to find another Marvel CMF figure. I opened it up and found Hawkeye, which is one I did not have from this series. He's wearing the suit from the Hawkeye show on Disney Plus. He's got a bow and arrow, and he comes with the owl that he saw in the Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center. And something new I'll be doing is showing you a Lego set that I built this month. And for this month, it was this set from the Batman, which shows Batman and Selina Kyle on motorcycles, along with the bat signal. I actually built this on a Twitch stream. You can find the link to my Twitch down below if you want to see me build Lego sets live. And something I really liked about this was the bat signal, which actually comes with a glow-in-the-dark piece, so it really shines just like the bat signal should. Of course, I love the two minifigures, Selina Kyle and Batman, especially Batman because they put a lot of printing to show the detail in his suit. This set was actually a lot more detailed than I expected it to be. It seemed pretty small just by looking at the box, but it actually had a lot of these smaller pieces that went along each of the motorcycles, which gave them some really nice detail. Next up is this 3-pack of Pokemon cards from the Obsidian Flames set, along with a Houndstone card along with them. I always try to stay on top of the latest Pokemon sets coming out. I definitely will be getting more packs from this set in the future, but starting off with 3 packs I think is going to be a good way to start off the collection for this set. Next is a giveaway I won from Bent, the Star Wars pop lover over on Twitch. I will put his link down below. He sent over this Star Wars Power of the Force figure of R5-D4, and I love the packaging of these older Star Wars figures, and I especially love that I was able to get R5-D4, especially since he was given his moment to shine in these latest seasons of The Mandalorian, so I'm so happy to have this in the collection. Now let's get into the stuff I got from the 2 theme parks I visited, starting with Universal Orlando Resort. Let's start off by looking at the pins I got on this trip, and these are always going to be so special to me because I'm going to remember them from my first ever trip to this park. Starting off is this pin from the VillainCon Minion Blast attraction, which is a really unique attraction to anything else in that park or that I've been to at any other park. And I love that it has the VillainCon logo and that it spins. And the next pin here is this Marvel logo, which I got to represent Marvel Superhero Island there in the Islands of Adventure Park. Love the classic Marvel logo as well as those comic panels in the background. Next up is this pin with the logo for Universal Islands of Adventure. I think it looks really cool with that nice shine on it and those points all around to make it look like a compass. And we're ending with my favorite pin from this visit to Universal Orlando. It is the logo for Ollivanders, which is where you get your wands in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Very simple logo with the O and the wand through it. That nice gold sheen. But again, this is going to mean so much to me because Ollivanders is by far my favorite store in the Wizarding World. Let's finish off with the 2 wands that I bought at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. These come from 2 of my favorite characters, and let's start off with the wand of Newt Scamander. Absolutely love Eddie Redmayne's portrayal of him in the Fantastic Beasts movies, so I definitely wanted to have that character's wand. Here's a bit of a closer look where you can see that smooth, simple finish and those really nice light tan and darker brown colors. This is going to be a great addition to my wand collection. And the second wand is that of Sirius Black, also portrayed by a fantastic actor, Gary Oldman. And I think this wand really surprised me when I took it out of the box because I did not expect it to be this detailed. Here is a closer look so you can see those details I was talking about. All those carvings throughout the wand, and then these runes near the handle of it. That combined with the dark wood color made it quickly become one of my favorite wands. And both those wands come with this map of the park of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. But this is actually different than the map that you get with the wands at Universal Studios Hollywood, because in Hollywood they only have Hogsmeade, but in Orlando they have both Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley. So this map is actually double-sided, which was a really cool feature to find. And it also probably means that I'm gonna have to get another one so I can frame both sides of the map, but that is something I can figure out later. For now, I'm just going to enjoy having this awesome map with those beautiful details. And now let's move on to everything I got at Walt Disney World, starting with the pins. Starting off, I did make a donation to the Disney Conservation Fund to get this special button, which has the colors of the Disney 100 celebration. Always love getting a little something for contributing to a good cause. And since I was there to celebrate New Year's, I got this 2024 pin with Mickey in the middle and all these nods to the Disney parks around him. Love the bright colors and a great way to commemorate that holiday. Next up is this pin for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. This was my second time riding that attraction, but my first time getting a pin because when I first went there, it was the first year that it opened, so they were kind of short on merch. A lot of it was selling out. That actually happened at another attraction that I'll talk about in just a little bit, but since this was already the second year, merch was plentiful, so I snagged this pin to remember that attraction. Next up is this pin for Disney's Port Orleans Riverside Resort, which is where we stayed on this trip. A very lovely resort with great design, fun activities, some good food options. You'll see more about it in the vlog I'll be posting, but I wanted to get a pin to commemorate this stay, and I think this pin really does capture the look and feel of that resort. Next up are two pins from Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, and I ran into a similar situation as I did with Remy's Ratatouille Adventure. Right after I rode the ride, I was so excited to go to the gift shop and find a pin to commemorate it, but we looked around, didn't find any, asked the cast member who kindly told us that the ride was just so popular and so was the merch, so it was selling out really quickly. But I was so happy to go back and find them during this trip, and I love the design of both of them. One for being an honorary guardian and one for being a Nova Corps member. I think both of these are going to be great additions to the collection. And the last pins we have come from Tron Light Cycle Run. The first is the sign for Flynn's, which is the arcade from the Tron movies, and one with a light cycle racer and the light cycle from the Tron films and this ride. I think both are great designs, are going to be great additions to the collection. Also from the Tron gift shop, I picked up this little model of a light cycle which actually lights up. I think this is going to look really cool on the shelves behind me. I'm going to take this out and give y'all a closer look. Here's a closer look at that Tron light cycle toy. I think it's a really good representation of the light cycles in the movie and on the ride. It's going to look really cool on the shelf, but I think it looks even better in the dark. And let's finish off with the stuff I got in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, starting off with these two Kyber crystals. First, I got this red crystal to continue my hunt for the elusive black crystal, but spoiler alert, this is still just a red crystal. I was not successful this time around. These red crystals are quickly piling up around here. And next is this green Force Guidance crystal with the image of Yoda there on the front. And this actually acts as a sort of magic 8-ball. You will put this into your Jedi or Sith holocron. You will ask a yes or no question and Yoda will give you a yes or no response. A really cool feature to add on to those holocrons. Next up is this lightsaber stand, which is a newer addition to the items you can find at Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. This actually replaced the previous model, which was a thinner, slimmer model. But this one actually has more features. It's a lot thicker and a lot heavier, but it's still good quality, made of metal, and it has some pretty cool features that I'll show you all right now. Here's a closer look at that lightsaber stand. It does come with a USB-C cable, not specifically this one. This is just one I'm using for the demonstration. Here's the on and off switch. I will switch that on. It will need to be plugged in to take advantage of the features of this stand. And then the activation button is right here. So once it's plugged in, you can hit the activation button right there and turn on the lights. You can see right now they are red, and if you hit the button again, they turn green. I'm going to cycle through all the colors for you right now. So again, here is the red light on it. Here is the yellowish. I think it comes out kind of green on the camera, but it is more yellow. This is green. This is blue. This is violet or purple. And this is a lighter cerulean type of blue. And then we're back to red. Another neat feature about this stand is it has these slots along the bottom where you can add some attachments that actually hold kyber crystals and that light up when you put the crystal on them. So once you have a lightsaber in it and all the crystals around it, it's going to make for a really nice display. And finally, we have this item right here. This is a wayfinder. You might remember this from Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Rey uses one throughout that film, but hers is a black Sith wayfinder. This is a white Jedi wayfinder. So much like the kyber crystals, where you might find a black one amongst the red kyber crystals, you might find a white Jedi wayfinder amongst all the black Sith wayfinders. So I was fortunate enough to find this one on the very first try. Why couldn't I do that with the black kyber crystals? But nevertheless, this is a really cool piece with some awesome features. Let's get into that right now. Here's a closer look at that Jedi wayfinder. First, let's take a look at the box. I love how it makes it look like an ancient relic hidden away in a temple somewhere. And then the lid has that logo for the Sith Eternal, even though it is a Jedi wayfinder. But again, the white ones are hidden amongst all the black ones, so this is meant to help keep that mystery of what you're getting inside the box. So inside the box you will find the wayfinder itself. On the bottom you will find the on and off switch. We'll switch that on for this, and it does take AA batteries. You will find them by lifting this panel right here. And then you'll also find this cable that activates the wayfinder once you attach it. So the first part of the cable attaches to this slot right here. And then you're going to want to wrap it around to the other side. And this part is actually magnetized, so it should just clip on like so. And now you can see the blue light turn on, showing that it is activated. And now I'm going to show you one of the cool features of this wayfinder by using this red kyber crystal. You take the crystal and wave it along the bottom part of the wayfinder where the magnetized part of the cable is. There you can see it has scanned the kyber crystal. And right here you can see a beacon light has shown up.
Dathomir is a legendary world in the Outer Rim's Quelly sector, known as a haunt of witches and strange beasts. Its eerie landscapes lie beneath skies colored blood red by a dim, bloated sun.
So there you saw it gave you some information on the planet of Dathomir, and this will work with any kyber crystal that you use, but the difference is whichever color kyber crystal you scan will be the color that the wayfinder will glow, and each color will determine the planet that it gives you information on. And that is everything I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment, let me know what was your favorite thing from this haul. Stay tuned for the February haul. God bless, and I'll catch you next time.